All right, guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another live session. So, for those of you on YouTube, as you're tuning in, hit that thumbs up. We got quite the day here. It would seem. GameStop, man, GameStop and AMC. It seems like the meme community has been revived. This is quite insane. Insane momentum. We haven't seen this type of move, of course, on these stocks in some time. I think going back since 2020, 2021. I mean, this is really incredible, and it's pretty good to see. I'm gonna write up the watch list. I'm watching, of course, GME, AMC, and I honestly might focus more on AMC today if those two continue because it's a little cheaper. I think it'll be a little easier to manage, and we might see these stocks trade in tandem. And if there is anything close to even like a 1 second delay, that will be pretty big, of course. AMC, GME, KOSS again, SPWR, and PLUG. Those are all the stocks that I am watching at right now. It seems like it might be a pretty active day, and this is great. This is good for momentum. This is good for the stock market. You know, right now, more than likely, there's a lot of casual retail people watching at the markets again. So this should be pretty good. Yeah, HOLO also moving. Big Steve, what's up, brother? The key today will be to determine, there's a lot of stocks moving, right? We'll want to determine which one is good for us. And, it'll come down to preference. Some people might prefer GME at the more expensive price. Others might want AMC. Others might want something else. So, based off of the preference that you might have, you want to lock in on something and trade it to the best of your abilities. And of course, the goal will be to get on the right side of the momentum because you can still be very red very quickly with this type of volatility if you're caught in a few of the wrong places. So we still have to manage risk. But this is interesting. I mean, I did not expect to see this up. I mean, I was thinking, back down at like $10 today for GameStop. So this is pretty impressive. It's interesting. It's good to see. Now, with that being said, I want to start off by mapping out a few levels. Let me just check out KOSS here quickly. How are we doing? Yeah, we're up a good bit from yesterday's move, and I'll start off with this one. I only usually watch 3 stocks, so it's honestly just a little challenging having so many up here. So pre-market highs initially, KOSS, we had 636. And then we recently had 680. So right now it's pulling back. And before that, we did have lows around these levels here, 545. I'm going to remove a few of yesterday's levels as they're not going to be as relevant, just to clean up the charts a little bit. So KOSS, we'll see what this one does. Let me go ahead and turn on my screen recording. I believe it is a little bit of sympathy from GameStop. Just a little bit of sympathy. So I'll keep an eye there. We'll see how this one does. But I'm pretty interested in PLUG. The charting here, very strong, very aggressive. It doesn't look bad. We've been uptrending nicely. The last pullback we've had went down there to about 440. Previous high of day was about 488. We've broken out of that range, and we're now pushing a little higher. PLUG, I'm very interested in this one. We'll see how it does. It's up 75%, 37 million shares of volume. PLUG. So there's SPWR as well. I think I'm going to put... I need more screen real estate for a day like this. SPWR, also interesting. The rotation is going to have to be quick. And, you know, I think a valid question is also, you know, do I just want to watch AMC and not worry about the small cap stocks in particular? I think that's a valid question. Well, let's see. SPWR, we got a pullback right now. It seems a little extended, which is not a bad thing per se. We could see a bounce into the open. Last high of day that we had was going back around 7:15 a.m., around 5:12 for SPWR. So we'll see if this is able to hold up the VWAP area and then curl back up. 200 EMA is at 511 on the daily. So hopefully we can see some support sooner than later. Going back to the daily chart, 520 was also a level. So we got some areas here where we can hopefully bounce. 520 was a daily level where we gapped up and sold off. I'd love to see that previous resistance become support. A candlestick on December 18th, high point 516. So another candlestick that was heavy selling volume. So I would like to see a support in this area here that we're coming down. But other than that, can we get back to the pre-market high? Can we get back to the pre-market high, SPWR? On one hand, I want to watch GameStop and AMC for sympathy. And just, you know, if they're trading in tandem, there could be a great opportunity. Even if there's a 1 second delay, I mean, that could be insane. You know, similar to like the SPY and Tesla on certain days, like when there's a huge economic releases, right? Just large cap stocks in general. So I'm leaning a little bit towards that, but I still want to watch SPWR and PLUG. But I guess it comes down to how we look after the first couple of minutes into the open. If one, you know, if AMC and GameStop are slowing down, I think maybe I switch back to the small caps. If the small caps are just selling off and are weaker, perhaps I just watch, you know, the meme stocks. So it's going to be an interesting day. AMC, we got pre-market high at 1330. You know, at the very least, it'll be interesting. Guaranteed. That's the one thing we can guarantee here today. It'll be an interesting day for sure. So we'll see how these stock does. You know, I've been trading a little bit smaller, but if the circumstances are right today, I mean, I don't mind going, you know, full force. But that is to be determined. I still need to see smooth and good opportunities, linear price action, before I decide to really get aggressive on anything. And we're seeing GameStop pulling back, but AMC not really following as much, or at least not as aggressively. So we'll see here. It is pulling back though for sure. All right. So with a minute 25 seconds to go, remember the disclaimer. Remember that day trading is risky business. Remember that a lot of people are having a hard time, and so that you got to be careful and protect yourself, right? Manage risk accordingly. Don't just go out there, hey, AMC, GameStop, and just buy with no risk in place. You got to still be willing to lose a certain amount, right? Hey, if this thing goes against me, doesn't go up, what am I willing to stop out at a comfortable risk, right? Because there'll probably be some casual people who just look to buy and hold. I mean, I don't know, but you got to at least account for the risk. But for me, same old, same old. I'm coming in to hyper scalp, looking to be disciplined, looking to be patient. And can we see some nice opportunities? We got 40 seconds to the open. I'll watch AMC, but I also want to keep an eye on PLUG. We'll see if this one is able to hold up. For those of you on YouTube, I'm gonna apologize in advance. Sometimes the stock that I'm trading will not be the stock on the screen here because it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a little chaotic, and I might not have the time to always pull this correct stock up. So just a heads up. PLUG, AMC, watching those two. Halting down, so we're gonna see a drop on AMC here. PLUG, can we see over 88? GameStop is halting down.
GME LVTX.
It more than likely will come down, so I kind of want to just wait. We'll see what happens on the resumption. If the resumption is strong to the upside, perhaps it curls up, but maybe it's down and sideways more than likely right now, so I'll wait. PLUG on the other hand, over 87 I am interested. Well, over 88 rather. We do have sellers. AMC coming down, and I guess a short trade would have made sense right now that I'm thinking too. There's more than likely shares available, more than likely. SPWR, how are we looking? Okay, also a little weaker. So I want to pay attention for red to greens. Low, 471. False halt down. And AMC halting up. Okay, AMC. A little all over the place. KOSS. Is this one going to see a bounce as well?
AMC.
This is interesting. They're not trading together. They're kind of still doing their own thing. KOSS is moving up, but the volume is super light. Small size for me. We'll see if it continues. If not, I'm out. But I think the GameStop resumption is going to be the key. We'll see if GameStop resumes and does well. KOSS is pushing up some more. I'm going to get out on the ask. Perhaps I use a little bit more size. But I want to see GameStop go higher before I get aggressive if it bounces on the resumption. There is 3 minutes to the resumption. It's going to be at 35:28. 35 and 28 seconds. So we got about 2 minutes. KOSS, the volume is super light once again. I do want to be careful. AMC's resumption will be at 36:49. And do another quick rotation. SPWR. Somewhat kind of basing out. Perhaps we see a red to green there. PLUG. PLUG on the other hand, really struggling after that beautiful move in pre-market. Look at this thing washing out. And SF, I saw that message at like maybe 3 a.m. But that's essentially what the washout is. It could be a move to the upside too. You know, it's usually a consecutive candlesticks. KOSS for a potential halt up at 65.
NOTV.
I have 200 shares for GameStop. We'll see. The halt is now at 77. Pre-market highs at 680. I could have been more aggressive here, but I'm still wanting to see what GameStop does here in the next minute. 35 and 28 seconds. Because if GameStop goes down more, these will more than likely sell off. So I'm going to watch for a short entry actually on this same stock if GameStop goes lower. There's a halt at 89. Will it get locked in? 20 seconds or so to GameStop resumption. It looks like this might get locked in here. So what we need is GameStop to go up to see some good follow through. Here we go. GameStop coming up. 5 seconds if it's a 5-minute halt. We're at 60.38. Can we see a bounce?
LVTX. GME.
No bounce. 57 for the halt down. I'll probably try again if it's a false halt. Oh. False halt, still halting down. Good shot, good attempt. Not quite. So these other two are probably going to resume lower, is my guess. And it's locked in. Yeah, I think these other two are going to resume lower. But if they keep going up, I'll trade them. We'll see. I'm just glad I didn't get caught in that move down because, you know, sometimes we resume much lower. SPWR. My biggest single loss is because of that reason. I was buying a stock at like $13. You know, that was a big dip, but close to the halt down. I'm trapped in the halt down. The thing resumes $3 a share lower. Instant $4,000 loss or something close to that. 15, and that was a 15-minute halt that day too. So AMC resuming and tanking, not a surprise. It's halting down. AMC. You gotta be quick to get those short trades though in there. So KOSS will more than likely follow. But it's a false halt down and it's halting up. False halt up. If it halts up here, it'll be interesting. The halt's at 11.16. What the heck? But it's interesting how this false halt rips up so aggressively versus GameStop, which just went up $1 a share and then back down into the halt level. It's fighting. And you know, these stocks have been so aggressive pre-market that I think a pullback here is honestly fine into the open, you know? Like even if we pull back or consolidate for like an hour, the stocks are up aggressively, so it's still pretty bullish. I'll have to wait. I'll have to really be patient here to see what kind of day we're getting. $40 and 16 seconds for KOSS. We got about 2 minutes. I don't think that there'll be shares available, but I'll try. I highly doubt it, but I'm going to go instant on the resumption with a sell order. And in fact, I'm going to size too because why not? There's going to be risk. If this goes up into another halt, then I'll take the loss because that just would be surprising, to be honest. But this is the market and it could be rational, so I accept the risk. I'll do 2,500 shares, which is not massive size. But if there's shares available, can I be in instantly?
NOTV.
We have less than a minute. It probably will just resume lower too. You got to be careful of that. KOSS. $40. and 16 seconds. GameStop will be 41 and 5 seconds. I fumbled AMC a little bit by not watching the resumption close enough. So KOSS, do we have shares available? It's actually showing 560. Well, we'll see. I need it to resume high so I can get the entry. Couple seconds to go. If I see 6 anything, I'll take it.
KOSS.
Come on. Titanic.
NOTV.
My fill is so awful, to be honest. What? Damn, these fills are brutal. I gotta be careful.
DCTTU.
Come on, sell off. Like you know you should. Six. Alright, it's not an instant flush, so it's a little choppy. I'll wait. GameStop is resuming lower. $15, $22. It's not immediately reacting. So strange. Okay, cool. I'll size down. I'll wait. GameStop's at 52 and resumed lower, consolidating sideways. The sympathy momentum is not as aggressive. It should come down eventually, at least.
GME.
The halt down is at 555. AMC resumption at 45.08. SPWR sold off. PLUG. KOSS, I mean, I could have held it longer, but it's like a little unsettling to not see the move down right away, as the other two are just free falling. Still gotta account for that risk in case it does somehow go up. So far it's at 75. I remember days in the past though where we'd have this same type of thing, and it's like you wouldn't believe how like, I don't want to use the word easy because easy doesn't exist, but how well the stocks, the sympathy stock would follow the main stock. So the main stock drops $2 a share. And this stock was like a penny stock, like 80 cents. I'd go short like 60,000 shares, like just like immediately. And then the stock drops down 10 cents. And this is the same thing. It's just, it's taking longer to play out, and we're coming down here gradually. So it's still, giving the follow through. We're at 560. The halt up is at 65. So if GameStop gives a huge bounce, the other two probably will give a huge bounce, more than likely. Not guaranteed, but of course, more than likely. HOLO, how's that one looking? CTNT. How's this one looking? It's halted up. Could be worth it.
MTC.
For those of you tuning in on YouTube, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. As the lighting is looking crazy, brother. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. 49.09 for CTNT. There's room to the pre-market high of 649, but there could be some resistance as we did pull back aggressively up here. But daily room to 690 if it's really good. That seems like all-time highs, by the way. When going short, you got to be careful too. I'm marketing in, but as the stock is going lower, you're getting that lower price, so you got to watch out. You got to make sure the spreads are tight and that we're holding a certain level so you can get that ideal fill. Less than a minute to GameStop resumption. There it is. The halt down is at 44.65. Resumption for CTNT 49.09.
FENC.
This GameStop is interesting. The day is still young. It's pretty early, so you know, I'm not worried about what I'm seeing now. I want to see how it's gonna look around 12 o'clock. And that overnight move was something else, man. CTNT seems to just be doing its own thing. So this one looks like it's an independent mover. I'm gonna prep an order of size in case I need it. Resumption time coming up. As usual, I'll be looking for the dip and rip. We're at 534. Can I see a move up and then a pullback? Here we go. It's actually lower. We're gonna get a bounce. I'm gonna somehow get a terrible fill. That was a great trade. Cool. 60, 55. Oh, to the depths. Failing miserably. Tried for the dip at 480. No good. That first trade was a beautiful trade. Let me see the fill. The spreads opened up and I'm filled at 5. Lovely. Did I accidentally take more size there? It looks like I did. I was on the wrong order entry. Did I? No. I think I'm good. That was KOSS. Yeah, I got a pretty high fill. Oh, that's okay. You gotta roll your eyes, smile, move on. KOSS, how are we doing? It is back up a little bit. AMC's resumption. I'm looking away from that one, so let's see. Looks like it went lower. But GameStop halted up. So AMC perhaps lagging behind a little bit. We'll see how it does on the next resumption. Yeah, HOLO, and then I think there's gonna be another one moving too. Just a little too many of them to watch. AMC will be at 51.29. If it resumes sideways, it could be good, but there still might be a dip first.
AMC.
Yeah, there's a dip first. It's gonna get halted up. Well, at least it's trying to halt up. KOSS. Can we see a little bit more of a move here? Again, it looks like it's going to be gradual.
NOTV.
It is gradual, very slow. The halt's at 34. It's trying. We'll see if it does get halted up. The good news is that GameStop is coming first, so I'll be able to see what the other two does. GameStop will be at 55.47. AMC 57.05. The key with KOSS is just to give it time and then let it follow through. So if GameStop halts up again, that would be a good sign. If not, the AMC trade could be tricky. Stocks 824. Yeah, it happens to the best of us. Saying that he missed the move on GameStop AMC yesterday. Overtraded the backside. What was that notification? Overtraded the backside and ended up losing. You know, I do feel FOMO, but when I feel FOMO, it's because there's an opportunity that was so smooth. I was very present, and then I didn't capitalize. That kind of like frustrates me a little bit, but it depends on how the circumstances play out. You know, you get a little frustrated, but you got to keep in mind, hey, it's not the end of the world. You got to stay cool. You got to keep paying attention. You got to keep watching. Got to follow the rules. Yesterday, a couple different things has kind of cost me, you know. Missing that breakout through 26 was the biggest thing that affected me, I think. Because if I caught that trade, I think I'm much more aggressive throughout the rest of the move. I did get back in at 26.40. Thought it was too high. Sold at 26.65. It halts up. You know, there was that thing about the limit orders, but it's all good in the neighborhood. GameStop's coming up in less than a minute. I can pull this one up on screen for the meantime. I want to see this go higher. I could take a trade here, but we'll see. 49.84. And then we got 2 minutes to the other one. Break of 50, of course, could be good if it's strong. 10 seconds. Here we go.
GME.
Moon, 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 moon. Okay. It's doing all right. It needs to not fail. Even if it pulls back, that's okay. Good, this is good. Most interesting. I'm gonna go for it on the other one. 53.99 for the halt up. What we need is for AMC to not open up higher and to resume sideways to give us a chance to get in. Alright, switching over. It's coming up. 57. You know, it's like if I wasn't in this like slump, I'd have just been going so aggressive with size, but kind of still have to like take it easy. This is good. This is good. Here's the AMC resumption. We're at 924. Still waiting. Come on. Don't tell me it's 10 minutes. 57.05. It might be.
NOTV. AMC.
Oh no, come on. Bro, it's delayed resumption, man. Son of a gun. I guess I should have expected that, right? The moment I moved my eyes to GameStop. So what I did, I just bought it because I thought it would have opened sideways to just push. But can we break these sellers? Only 10 cents. The halt is at 29. I'm gonna jump in KOSS and wait. I'm gonna put a stop in place though, just in case. Ah, man. Come on, AMC, halt up already. Stop wasting time. And halt on up. There we go, KOSS. There we go. Now you're coming alive. I should have took more size here. I feel good about 67. I'll take it there. False halt again, AMC. What I don't know is if KOSS will halt up because it's already at high of day. The other two are not even close to high of day. So I don't trust it to halt up here. It might not get all the way there.
AMC.
It might consolidate. Garbage of CTNT, I tell you. And I thought that one was just trading on its own, you know. Maybe it is and it just failed miserably, but that drop off was nasty. The dip that I took was a decent dip. KOSS still actually pushing, surprisingly. Big drop there though, back to 48. We'll put it up on screen. GameStop resumption. 0325. AMC will be 0421. KOSS is consolidating. I should have been very green on this stock. The issue was that I wasn't patient enough to wait for the follow through. I was expecting the immediate moves, so I kind of stopped out for small losses when I could have gotten like $1 share of gains, going short and then going long over here. But I think if I'm looking away from the level 2 on AMC, the moment it resumes, I should not be trying to buy it without seeing the numbers, you know? Like that's just too aggressive. That type of stuff you deserve to just wipe out the entire day red day recap for that nonsense. It's just unacceptable. I gotta do a better job in those situations, and it comes down to discipline. So I gotta look forward to being a little bit more disciplined, and I will. So the next time I'm in a situation like that, I'll do the right thing, which is to avoid the trade, collect the data, and then make the assessment, right? And that's how we trade, and that's how we do well. You got to look forward to the opportunities, and we will. So resumption time, waiting 50, what's that, 03, 25 seconds. GME. Depending on how aggressive it is, I could watch KOSS as well and kind of give it time. But we're climbing on up for sure, red to green style. Got to be accurate too on these stocks. So here we go. Resumption is less than 25 seconds. GameStop. We're at 55.69. It is a pretty big bounce up so far. You do want to be careful of pullbacks, but watching to see what it does. Less than 10 seconds. 25.69. Oh, excuse me. 55.69. Here we go.
GME. Potential halt down. So if AMC can resume sideways, but it'll be hard to catch it though if it more than likely will be dropping instantly. If it resumes higher, it's even better. But we'll see if this curls back up, because so far it's curling. The high was 56.90. There's 54. 0421. AMC's coming up. I don't know if I want to go short. It's kind of still here. I'll wait. I'm gonna wait. AMC.
There's AMC. It probably will pull back at least a little bit. Well, so far it's sideways.
It's down. The high was 1063. It's a dollar share drop and it's halting down. They're all pulling back a little bit. GameStop coming down some more. I want to wait right here. I don't want to be too aggressive. I think a pullback like this is okay because we've had such a good red to green to this point. It's all right to take a quick break and then go again.
GME.
KOSS, can we come down some more? Maybe 590s? The halt down is at 62 for AMC. 52 now for the halt down.
WINVU.
Blasted spreads are so big. Waiting patiently. AMC, come on down. The price is right. There you go. 54. Now KOSS sell off to the depths so the short trade can work out nicely. 611. My average is kind of low. Didn't think we would get the bounce first. This thing is not still going halting down. I'm gonna come out scratch. If it does a miraculous red, if AMC does a miraculous red to green here, I'm probably gonna long KOSS. These awful fills. As there's a spread. Is it gonna halt up? Is it going to halt up? AMC. The halt's at 42. It's a huge red to green so far. Scratch trade, KOSS, scratch trade. The delay there is a little too much. AMC will see it's kind of not selling off, or let's say halting down rather. Versus GameStop. GameStop, we have another 2 minutes at 10 and 37 seconds. So another 2 minutes. Can AMC get over VWAP? It's halting up, a couple cents there. False halt. Halt levels at 42 for AMC. So what is GameStop going to do here? If GameStop keeps going lower, it more than likely should come down. So I'll be watching. There might be an opportunity. Resumption is coming up in less than a minute for GameStop. But I'd rather see AMC on the higher side as GameStop resumes. Now, if it's weak, I can short this one. As long as it's not going into the halt up, of course, because I don't want to be going short and the stock halting up. So this is good. There's 30 seconds to that resumption. We're right up here. This is good. Can we see false halts? Can we see false halts? Good. I'm gonna take it aggressively here before the open. I'm gonna cover if it goes into the halt up. Being aggressive. Now I need GameStop to resume lower here and let this thing sell off.
GME.
What's it gonna do? What's it gonna be? Waiting. And it's kind of sideways and up, so I'll cover for scratch. Not a bad trade. GameStop halting up. I'm gonna take KOSS, of course. Come on, KOSS. Take us where we need to be.
WINVU.
Gosh. They're false halts. The false halts are just happening every time. If not, KOSS could have done very well. Come on. GameStop, halt ups at 57.33. We need GameStop over 56 and AMC over 1050. Again, it's a good red to green to this point. Right now we're seeing consolidation. I don't think this is a bad thing per se if we can hold up our levels. We just have to hold up our levels. And here, oh, supposed to sell. There's a good trade. That's a good trade. So we're seeing a red to green for now. What I ought to do is take some more size. Will we see enough for our retest of the halts going up? We need to break over this flat top. AMC over 1050, GameStop over 56. So far, we're consolidating. I think I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait, and then if it goes, then I'll get back involved aggressively. So far, we are seeing higher lows, which is good. think I'll watch AMC here for it to break through the level. And then if these two does go, I can watch KOSS for sympathy. As that one seems to be lagging. So far, so good. I have the current candles 29. Can we see GameStop over 55 and 56? Waiting patiently. Let me see what the Discord is saying. I haven't looked at the Discord here in some time. It's a quick look. Thinkorswim feels a bit laggy. Low of 10. Gotta pay attention. I don't know, so far so good, I think, right? I think so far so good. We're still fighting, we're still trying. Haven't sold off. It's a beautiful red to green to this point. Right now we're seeing some consolidation, a period of rest, which I think is okay. This should be interesting here. Let's see how this does. It's holding up those lows again. The only thing is that I should be using more size. Oh, come on. The moment I size up in classic fashion. Tight risk, flush. They're trading almost identical, these two, GameStop and AMC. GameStop looking pretty good there above that resistance too, and then right back down. AMC not quite as much. GameStop we were seeing 55.80, close to 56. Back to waiting again. We did see this type of price action yesterday too, at break of for GameStop. I think. Let's see. Can't remember. I think it was later in the afternoon. Yeah, like break of 31 area. So the small cap stocks, I don't think did anything today. SPWR, no good. So as mentioned in the opening, if this, in the opening statements, if these sold off, I'd be watching the meme stocks. If the meme stocks were to sell off, I'd be watching the small cap stocks. CTNT got me really good, man. This halt resumption, high fill, poor exit, just fills really there, but did get caught on the dip.
GMA.
AMC halted down, GameStop halted down, KOSS coming down. Anybody short into the move down? There has to be at least a few people. These comments, I tell you, man. The good old comment section, I tell you. There's some conversations there about some other stuff. Oh my gosh. I guess there needs to be a little bit of humor, right? GameStop, AMC halted down, KOSS trending down. Small cap stocks not looking too good. PLUG sold off. We had SPWR sold off. CTNT, this one here did kind of hold up a little bit, but it could stay still on the weaker side. The spreads. We gave back a good amount on that loss just now. I think like 500 or 460, something like that. Some people will say, hey, Relentless, every time I size up, sometimes I seem to just get a quick losing trade. And, a lot of times it's not anything to do with emotions or anything like that. Like, hey, you hesitated on going in, or, you bought super high. Sometimes you just get caught in a flush. AMC, I will say, did not get through the 1050 level. I bought early.
There is no fees to short these stocks unless you hold overnight on Thinkorswim. If there is, there might be fees, but it's probably so small, more than likely, that's like you wouldn't even notice it. HOLO, take a quick look here. Lower volume, trending up a little bit. Resumption for GameStop, 26.24, less than a minute. AMC, 26.33, and KOSS still sideways. The fees shouldn't, I don't remember the fees being bad because I used to take a few short trades occasionally. $15 commissions for 2K short? There's no way. Maybe it could be the change to Schwab. I'll check. I'll check the summary, see what it says later today. I guess that's a little something, right? Here we go. Resumption, GameStop. There it is. And now AMC. AMC is delayed. Might still resume. There it is. I don't know. I think the momentum is like a little on the slower side for now. Small red to green there for AMC. Yeah, I think the momentum, well, we might need to give it more time because we're still somewhat in this consolidation. If we can curl back up to levels around 55, 56 for GameStop, and then again 1050 for AMC, we could be right where we need to be. But if not, we might have to wait. In which case we can see a bit of an ABCD, higher low, get that bit of a W. All right, we're down, we're up, we're down again. And then can we push through and eventually see that retest of the highs? Can we see that kind of pattern? So if it does get back up there, hopefully we can push through. If it rejects, it could be a bit on the weaker side. There's a potential halt up. I'd love to see us get locked in here for both GameStop and AMC. GameStop is trying, and GameStop is false halt. AOSS a little on the slower side. AMC, same chart as GameStop. No trades here in the last 10 minutes or so, just waiting. I know there had to have been some people who, you know, whether you want to say the casual investor, people who might not have known better or thought about the risk, who might have saw GameStop yesterday and just bought, hoping for 500 again, and today woke up to 80 bucks. Now, hopefully they would have took profits, but you never know with some people. But yeah, I mean, this was pretty impressive. I'm really surprised it continued overnight. But again, you know, this is the market. We can see irrational moves, and we already had that meme community before. Will these stocks do something similar again tonight? I mean, it's impossible to say. Yeah, I personally will not be taking on any risk that I don't usually look for. That's, you know, outside of my strategy. But other people, you know, they'll do what they do, right? Those people on Robinhood, the casual people that are not thinking about risk. Some people might get lucky, others might, you know, might lose. I didn't watch John over at Beginner Trading, I think yesterday or today, but I wonder, well, I didn't watch him. I wonder if he still holding some shares, because I think he'd mentioned at some point a while back he's holding a couple shares of either AMC or GameStop. Hopefully he did well and got rewarded. But that right there is actually, like, you know, him playing a strategy, like in the longer term. When these stocks are like really low, just getting in a couple hundred shares or whatever it was. Tight risk, or at least managing risk, right? With stops in place, stuff like that. Waiting patiently here. Want to see AMC over 1050. By the way, I have on a white shirt today. It's my first time, I think, ever wearing white on the live stream. This is actually the sample shirt that I got from the print on demand company that I was going to work with in December of last year. Do not like the quality of this print at all. It's not good. It's a miracle that I'm wearing this shirt, actually. But because it's, you know, it's on screen, it probably doesn't look bad, but
If you see it with your own eyes, it's not good. They did the mugs way better than they did, and even the mugs could have used some work. But it's a little bit better at least, right? For those of you watching on the stream. These are moments where you gotta stay locked in, although it's a little bit of downtime, we could say, for those of us who are not actively trading. For me, I'm not. I'm kind of waiting for some key levels. It's pretty good. We're still seeing some life. Just a little bit. Yeah, just Discord. GameStop coming down a little bit. 49.02 for the halt down. We'll see if it's able to bounce up.
Kitty, let's keep it classy, brother. Even though we know you're not like being serious, but still, let's keep it classy. We are coming down. We are coming down. GameStop AMC, we are coming down. PLUG, GME, CTNT, KOSS. Everything seems to be a little on the backside here. CTNT, on the other hand, is curling up a little bit. Coming down, let's see, small red candle, high, well, bigger red candle, high of 78, low 420. It's a pretty good size move. Everything's slowing down. Well, we have to say pre-market was the best part of the day, right? PLUG pre-market. For those of you guys who are trading pre-market, did you have a good time on PLUG? Nice move up. SPWR likewise. Nice move up. The open kind of just, the backside really. Even with GameStop and AMC, but at least those two kind of gave a bounce. CTNT. AMC. Having trouble. AMC halting down. Might be a false halt though. Perhaps not.
AMC.
Is CTNT worth watching? The bid seems to be dropping out here for now. You can pull it on screen for the time being. It is uptrending a little bit, but there's a spread. And we've seen bigger drops. It's hard to manage risk on this type of stock here. I think I might leave it alone.
Oh yeah, by the way, yesterday, I was supposed to do a recap yesterday, but the issue was that I ran into some trouble. I got into like a small fender bender, really. Kind of took some time. This guy just, can't drive, or maybe he was rushing. I don't know what he was doing, but that thing took so long that by the time I'm back to do the recap, it was so late. I was gonna do so. I ended up going to the gym right after to kind of just, move my mind off of that. But by the time I got back, it's like 10 o'clock. I probably should have still did it, but I could have probably done it as a live stream. Kind of just go through some of those halts and stuff going up yesterday, GameStop. I did study though. I did review. AMC halted down. Shadow. If you look at the scanner section, you should be able to see it there. If you're in the Discord, you should be able to see all these people in here. If not, you might have this section collapsed. That could be the case.
MTC.
You got to make sure to hit the down arrow on the trading floor section. That way you can see all the different sections and voice channels. What a month, I tell you. What a month. May month. I'm pretty optimistic, but to be honest, like, while this is pretty good for the market, I mean, this is great for the market, like AMC, GameStop, these meme stocks giving a move. I want to see more, follow through on these small cap stocks, like our usual. I mean, CT&T, you would have expected that to have like a massive day. Granted, okay, GameStop and AMC did sell off initially just from the overnight move. I would have thought a stock like CT&T would have went to like $10, or PLUG,
AMC.
to push through to like $8 from 5. SPWR, could we have gotten this one to continue? But the pre-market move, was good though. I mean, we can't complain about that, right? The pre-market move was solid on all of those stocks. MTC, lighter volume. Not a bad day here today. We did get caught in one flush on AMC after sizing up, unfortunately, for about a $400-$500 loss after some good trading. And then CTNT, 2 trades. One, I'm red 400 simply just because of the spread. And it was a great trade. I mean, good dip. We resumed lower. We were holding the lows. I'm in. I get the worst possible fill. It gives some green on the tape, and we moved up a little bit. I'm selling. Not good, right? Terrible fill. And then the dip off of the move up. It was an extended dip. I thought it was a good dip. but it dropped all the way into a halt down from about, let's see, how far did we go? From 560, I bought 480. So about an 80-90 cent drop down I thought was good, and that's where we had the resumption. So I thought that area would have been good for us to see a bounce. We did see the level 2 slow down a little bit there, but the moment I got in, another second later of us hesitating, immediately 440 on the bids. From 480 to 440 after already coming from 560. So I got caught off guard there thinking we should bounce. And that just went to the gallows. So that was another $400 loss. So the first trade though is what I would call like a double negative, not getting the winning trade where I should, to at least offset a possible loss that could come. Because we went from 480 to 560, right? And I got chopped out in that area. So right idea, execution, not so great. The break of 5 was pretty aggressive. Didn't get a chance to get back in. And that's also something we've been seeing recently where it's like, whether it's yesterday with GameStop over 26, a lot of times once we start to move, we're holding very high or breaking out super high to where you're not getting that volatility on the way up. Let's say we break over 5, we go to 520, we pull back quickly, we rip back up to 20, 25, 30, 40. You're not really seeing those opportunities to either getting a little lower or even a little higher on the way up. It's just, hey, break of 5 is going all the way to 550. If you're not in, good luck. So you got to be accurate on that first trade to get the follow through. Yeah, I think this is a good place to just, for me to call it and then wait. Can watch on and see if something else comes a little later. But for now, definitely haven't taken a trade in like 30 minutes and just on the sidelines as everything is pulling back. But yeah, I think that might do it. For those of you who will go the distance through and through all the way till 4 o'clock, of course, continue to be disciplined, continue to be patient, continue to look for those setups that you know and love. And for anybody who might be considering the scanner here that's on screen, you guys can be sure to check it out. It's called Momo Pro. And of course, it's one of the best scanners in the game. All right. This is what I use for my watch list every day. They now do also offer halt levels, which is really good. And I think a lot of people will enjoy. And they are real time. So you guys can feel free to check it out. Momo Pro. All right. You guys can utilize coupon code Relentless for 25% off for 6 months. It's not a bad software. It's not bad at all. I think $30, which will get you everything all in one here. Other than that, feel free to check out the Discord, which is our chat room. The Discord is where it goes down. And this is where it goes down before the live stream, during the live stream, after the live stream, etc. Right? And as you guys can see, there's a ton of us right now. Hold on, I'm going to bring this on screen here in a sec. How can I do this? Let's see if I go here. Is there a way to do this? Where this... let's see. Oh, I guess it's okay. Yeah, so there's a ton of us on right now. We're in a call, right? Marcelo and I were sharing our screens, sharing our scanners. But yeah, you guys can feel free to check out the Discord at any time. It's here. It's available. MMU students will of course have access to everything. If you are a general member, you will not have access to the MMU channels, but you'll have access to the broader trading floor where you can engage and interact with guys like Jabui, right, who has been a long time viewer and subscriber here in our community. Beam, another trader who is there and verified. Shout out to the team. Big move there for GameStop, halting up. So I think I'm out of here. Stay safe, stay green. If you are interested in the classes, that link is also there. You could utilize coupon code Miami for 40% off of everything. The next day trader team house meetup is coming up soon. And it should be a blast. It will be a blast. I'm looking forward to it. The back end is already taken care of. It's a matter of us just spinning that wheel in the next couple of weeks coming up. And we'll see who wins. All right, if you're a diamond member, you'll have 5 times the entries. But don't worry, if you are in gold, or Triad or Tim's Archives, you'll still have a chance to win. Although you'll have 1 entry. Right, we'll be spinning the wheel. We've done this twice before. And shout out to Jorge, shout out to Spartan, those guys from the Discord who won a free trip to hang out with us, because we will cover your flights round trip and we will cover your stay as well, courtesy of the beautiful community we have here, courtesy of myself, Marcelo, Tim, Triad, and us looking out for the students, right? And of course building a community, right? That's what it's all about here too, as well. It's not just about the gains and coming in. A lot of it is about the gains, but it's also about the community. The gains are important too. We like the gains. I think everybody does. I'm the most transparent trader, so I'll still say it. But we all love the gains, but the community is a great community, and we want to continue to give back. So, and speaking about giving back, I have been thinking about giving away a free subscription to an elite member in the Discord. So perhaps I can spin the wheel for that as well. Right. So there's a few of you who are in the Discord, who probably would be interested. So I think that's something that we can do, and we can make it happen here. Maybe we do it Friday. Yeah, I think that'll be pretty good. I'll give away a membership on Friday. So 1 lucky Discord member who is an elite member will win. And hopefully you guys are interested, because I know some people in there, they're there because they just want the sense of community and they already know how to trade. But definitely, if you're someone who might still be looking for something a little more, I think it can be fun. So we'll spin the wheel in preparation of spinning the wheel for the trip. So yeah, stay safe, stay green. Hit that thumbs up. Smitty B's in the building, man. How you doing, man? It's been a long time. Good to see you. Long time viewer. Shout out to Dash, right? Shout out to Dash, the moderator in the YouTube live stream, holding it down since 1942. Shout out to Big Steve as well in the Discord. We got a beautiful community here, man. Stay safe, stay green. I am red. I'm red, unfortunately, due to CTNT. Other than that, we did do pretty well on GameStop and AMC with the smaller size. I could have done better on KOSS though, with those longer holds. If I was holding longer, I think we could have probably been up around 900 1K on that one. So, gotta be a little bit more patient in those situations. But I will say, in the past, we've seen like instant sympathy. So I kind of was a little uncertain when the other two were halting down, pulling back, but KOSS still up, consolidating. So, but just needed to be patient, and then that follow through came in. So yeah, again, CTNT, big what's it called, high fill, and then got caught in a flush down. But other than that, GameStop, AMC, good stuff. We did sell off versus the pre-market levels, but they're still kind of bouncing here, giving some small opportunities. But yeah, that'll do it for me. Stay safe, stay green, I am out of here. I'll probably watch on. It depends though. It depends on how these things play out. I'd really like to see a small cap stock give a move. If something has like a headline, I mean that would be pretty good if it gains volume and can give some linear opportunities. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay green. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. Catch you guys later.